Hi, welcome to the next instalment of the story of the building of the Derwent and Howden Dams.
If this is your first time watching one of my videos, it'd mean the world to me if you'd hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notifications when I upload new videos.
So last time we started off down about 4 or 5 miles down the road at Grindleford, where we looked at the quarry where they actually got the stones, and that first journey, the first part of the journey that those stones made down to the Midland Railway. So today we're picking that story up, just up the line, just up the Midland line, from a place called Bamford. So go and check out part 1 that I filmed a few weeks ago up at Bole Hill Quarry.
So after the first video, somebody recommended this book to me. It's all about the history of the building of the dams, including the railway as well. It's by a Professor Brian Morrison. There we go, there's a picture of one of the trains. I don't think you can get this book new anymore, but I did find a copy on eBay. So I definitely recommend, if you're interested, just keeping your eye out or having a look for this. But anyway, let's put some geography into today's video. Here's a capture from Rail Map Online, where we can see the Bole Hill Quarry at Grindleford in the bottom right. So just along the yellow line, that's the Midland Railway, we can see the route the stone would have taken up to the sidings at Bamford. That's at the very bottom of that purple line going north. So let's zoom in to the start of that purple line. This is the Bamford and Howden Railway. That was the final leg of the journey that the stone would have taken up to the building sites for the two dams. In this video, we're going to look at that first section of that line up to the Ladybower Reservoir, just at the top of that map.
So we've just come from Bamford train station down the road, and we've turned onto what's called Water Lane, and I believe it got its name because just in front we're about to come up to the old offices of the Derwent Valley Water Board, who were responsible for the dams and responsible in kind of building and maintaining the dams all the way back then. So just following on from that video, where we kind of follow the journey of those wagons down that really steep incline down to the sidings at Grindleford. They were then brought to some sidings at Bamford that we're going to go and just have a look at where those were just now. They were brought on Midland Railway locomotives that pulled the wagons with the stone. They were then transferred on to another line from Bamford that was called the Bamford and Howden Railway. So we're quite lucky in that the first few miles of that line we can actually walk on. It's the track bed's kind of still there, as it's been purposed as a kind of cycle trail, public footpath. So we're going to have a look at that in a moment, but we're just going to go and have a look down up here, just to the bridge over the Midland Railway, just see if we can just have a look at the site where those sidings were. So before I come and shoot these videos, I do like to do a little bit of research. I look quite extensively at Google Maps, Rail Maps Online, that's a great resource. Some old National Library of Scotland, and Strava as well. The heat map facility on there is great for plotting where you can actually go. So what I did notice on Google Maps is the line of the road bridge over the Midland Railway where the sidings was. There was actually a second bridge right next to that on the road. Just make sure I'm not getting run over, just dawdling down the road. So that's the bridge over the Midland Railway. We'll have a look over that in a second. We've got this second little bridge. Now, from what I can see from maps of the time, I don't think the sidings actually came as far as this road bridge. I think they stopped. Let's just see if we can... Got shorts on again, haven't I? Just down there was where the sidings were. Long gone now. just over the other side. So again, it's just into a field.
Here's a close-up of the rail map online of the sidings where the wagons were transferred from the Midland Railway onto the Bamford and Howden Railway. I've seen these referred to as waterworks sidings and also Bamford Exchange sidings. The second little bridge on Thornhill Lane intrigues me. I've circled the two bridges on the road where we're stood. As you can see from this view, the sidings, that's the purple lines, don't actually go beyond the road. I caught the train home from Edale later in the day and paid special attention to that little bridge. The vantage point is better from the main line, although I wasn't fast enough to get a photo, but it certainly looks like something went underneath that bridge. So I've looked at the maps from around 1900 and 1940, and although the sidings are visible, none of the lines are actually showing as going underneath that bridge, as we can see on this one.
Yeah, so it's not quite clear exactly what that bridge for, that second little bridge was for, but you'd have to guess there was something going under there, like one of the sidings perhaps for where the trains ran around. But we're just on top of the Midland Railway now, so looking in that direction is where the sidings would have been. But anyway, let's get back down there and get on that trail and have a walk up the old disused railway line. It's an absolutely glorious day today. The last week of weather has been absolutely fantastic, but I seem to have spent most of it sat in work. So I do get a bit giddy when it's nice weather. So I was really pleased to be able to get out today and enjoy a little bit of sunshine for a change. Right, so we just had a look at the sidings. So we're stood on the old track bed now, so just off going in that direction was the branch that went to the sidings, about 50 yards just through there, but it is private land, so we can't get that way, but we're going to go this way, and this is the start of the Thornhill Trail, and this is the old disused track bed that you can walk on all the way up to Yorkshire Bridge. It's about 2 miles, I think, up to there, so we'll go down and just have a look what's left along that old disused stretch. So I'm not expecting to find much on this short stretch of line. It's been closed a long time. It wasn't a main line, very basic infrastructure, but we do got some sleepers being used as the border on the side of the trail. So I actually remember doing some of the parts of my Duke of Edinburgh award on this trail many years ago, and going back now to the mid-90s. So this section of old line up to Ladybower Reservoir actually closed when they finished building the dams. I can't remember the year. I'll look it up. I forgot it. I'll put it on the screen. But when they built the Ladybower Dam around 20-30 years later, they reopened this line to get some of the materials down to that dam. So it had a second coming, but that's an earth dam for anyone who knows the 3 dams. So it wasn't part of the whole story from Bole Hill Quarry. That's the village of Bamford, just on the right hand side. Bamford Mill, just down at the bottom there. That's a nice walk along the river, and there's a nice weir that you can pretty much walk straight over the top of. It's quite interesting. So we're just coming up to where there was an old bridge that crossed this little road that's car lane. So the bridge went straight over to the other side. I've got to go down this ramp just onto the road briefly just to cross it. and then back up onto the old line at the top. So we're not too far off Yorkshire Bridge now. Still on the old line. So we're just coming up to the end of the section that we can walk on now. Look at that gate post. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Steel structure, something old, whatever it is. Yeah, so the line goes straight on through that gate. Straight through there. Massively overgrown, there's no way we're getting down there. But from here, this is where things really start to change. Because you've got to realise that the Ladybower Dam didn't exist when the railway was here. So that was just a normal valley. And it did have, if anyone knows the history of the area, it did have a little village underneath where the road bridges are now called Ashipton. So obviously that was flooded to make the Ladybower Reservoir. And the railway went straight through where the dam wall is now, the Ladybower, straight through the grass banking on the side. So we'll go and have a look at that.
Another quick look at a map at this time of the approach, the Ladybower Dam and Reservoir. So I've circled where we were just looking past that gate, and as I was explaining, you can see the route that the line took where the grass bank of the dam is now.
So there's Ladybower Dam, as you can see. It's an earth dam, not like the other two stone ones. And we've got the well, I say track bed. We can just about make out a banking down there, and that banking would have gone straight through that dam wall, where that dam wall is now. And obviously, like I said, the reservoir wasn't there, so it was just a railway clinging to the side of a valley. We'll go on top of the dam and we'll have a look from up there. So on top of the dam wall, Ladybower Dam this. So the track bed straight from up there, straight through the dam, or what is now the dam, and it kind of hugged just near the banking there, and kind of went around the corner. So what we're going to do is go over, just walk around the reservoir, and we're going to pick up the old line at the other side, and just have a look at some of what's remaining as we head down to the two dams that's kind of in that direction.
So that's the end of part 2. We'll pick up that last section of the line in part 3, right up to the two dams. Although some of the line is now underwater, we can explore some of the other sections of the disused line that emerge from the water's edge and follow what we can of the old route. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop us a comment. Go and give our Facebook page a like. I always post extra photos on there. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So take care, and I'll see you soon.